Chapter 8 Tables in HTML5. My name is Dion and this is a video for education.org. Tables. Why are we going to use tables? Then the tag table itself. We're going to discuss the table row, mandatory. The table data, data, mandatory. Then the attribute call span, you can combine columns with it. And the attribute row span, you can combine rows with it. Last but not least, the table header for heading. So why tables? You can organize visual elements really nice with a table. You really have the feeling you can display wherever you want to display some element. And not even just horizontally, but also vertically. Not just text, also pictures as well. Tables are real good for structuring your page visually. You can use CSS. Well, with HTML you must use CSS in addition. So we're not going to make it fancy. Go for the CSS course for that. So this is the tag table. So we start with the table tag and we close it with a table tag, and in between there comes a lot of more data. So in between here comes all data, and we'll discuss now what we're going to do. So let's first make the beginning. Going to the template, here we go. File, save as, and I'm going to call it table.html. Here now, save table, file, save, and you can open this one. Nothing happens really because it's not complete. Just opening table tag and closing table tag doesn't do anything. We have to put something in between. For example, well, we must put in table rows. You see, this is a table row. The horizontal parts is a table row. This is a table row. This is a table row. This is a table row. And that is a table row. Those are table rows. Then we have to put them in between. So let's put in our table rows. Table row, closing table row. And we had 5 of the rows, so just use the rows in there and save it. Then comes the table data. This is a mistake, not the table date, it's table data. I will fix it in this presentation for you so you can download it. So then comes the table data, and the table data is a column. We see here 1, 2, 3 columns. And of course you can choose how much columns you want. So this is a table data. So we see 1, 2, 3. We're going to put the table data, and we have to put the table data into the table row. So we have to put the table data into the table row. So in this row are 3 columns. I'm going to copy it. So this is for the first one, and then I have to do it for each row. So here comes copy and paste. Here comes one, here comes one, and for the last comes one. So this is it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and within each rows we have 1, 2, 3 columns. I will put in some text. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Here comes the text. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, let's go further in hexadecimal. A, B, C, D, E, F. File, save, and now we're going to check how it's going to look like. So this is everything, but it's not correct. I made a mistake somewhere. Table row, table row, table row, table data, table row, table row. Yeah, that's not good. I forgot the whole table. So this is opening tag of the table and the closing tag of the table. How can I forget that? Busy with videos, not good for me. Talking too much, not good for me. I'm happy you're still here. So replace it. Yeah, refresh, and this is the table row. It's handier for now if I'm designing it to show the borders of the table, because this looks like normal text. What I can do is say here, border is 1. And normally to make your table look fancy, use CSS, but from now I can just dirty use it. I will use it just for now, just for making it more visual, but I won't advise you to use it. So border 1, I'm not advise you to use it in production environments, just for testing. So file, save, I'm going to refresh it, and I will draw a border of 1, and this makes everything much more visible. So that was a table data we saw. Now the next, we have an attribute, and I can use it into my table data, and it's called a col span. And I can combine the columns, and I can, after you use it in this table data, the first one, I say 2, and then I say it spans 2 columns, so it will be 2 columns big, and then it will look like this. It will just have the width of 2 columns. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it in this one here, and I say col span is 2. If I say 2, then I have to get rid of this one. Well, actually the second one, because this one is eaten now by the first one. So get rid of this one, file, save. I'm going to refresh it, and I see it is 2 columns wide now. The next one is the row span is 2. What I also can do is use in the table data, say row span is 2, and then it will take 2 rows, for instance, for this table. So I can do it, and I say row span is 2, and then it will be 2 rows big. So first I have to fix this one. Oh well, I will do it, let's say, not in the top one, but I will do it here. So I will say row span is 2. And then this table data will eat that one. So I can get rid of this one. File, save, and refresh. And you see this one was eaten by that one. Nice. Now the last one we see is the TH, and it's a table header. What it can do is use a header in a table. A table could contain a header that's, let's say, bold or italic, or has a background color that's different. Let's say it's grayish background, so you can define your rows or your tables. We can do it here as well. And how are we going to use heading? Easily, instead of the TR, use TH. So where you want a heading, just change TR for TH. So go on here. This is, let's say, I want to have a, well, let's go to back one. I want here my headers. So I will go in here, and it's, don't say TD, but say TH. Here as well, TH, and of course the closing tag has to be TH as well. I'm going to save it, then refresh, and now you see this is the heading. And Mozilla Firefox chooses this to be bold. Maybe they could choose it to be italic or another background, or doesn't matter. Can I also do a heading for row 3? Well, let's try it out. So this is row 3, and now this will be the table heading. Save. And yeah, so it works here as well. So you can easily make it heading. And with CSS, the cascading style sheets, you can choose whatever you want. If you don't like the bold, you can change it any way you want. It's that flexible. So what did we see? Because this is already the end of the video. Why are we using tables? I'm really flexible of displaying information next to each other visually. Then we discussed about the table. Don't forget that one. You start with this tag and close with the closing tag. And I forgot it in the demo. Then the table row. This defines how many rows you want. Inside the table row you put a table data, and this is the column. We discussed the col span, so put it into the table data, and you can combine columns, and you can, in my example, had 2, but you can also say I want to do a col span of 3. It's your choice. Then the row span, combining rows, and at the end we saw the heading. Just use TH for table header to display the header. This was Dion Dressjes for educational.org, and I want to thank you for staying smart.